Hey folks, Lachlan here. The number one thing that's holding South Africa back as a nation is not the African National Congress, and in fact is not any particular party in this country, but it is the culture of black victimhood that extends across South Africa. And at the outset, what I'm going to talk about here does not refer to every single black person in South Africa. I have known and worked with many hardworking, decent black South Africans. So I'm not just speaking generally or making a blanket statement. But the culture of victimhood is prominent enough that I am secure in saying that it is our number one problem in this country. And for the life of me, and I've lived in South Africa all my life, I was born here and most likely will die here. The culture of victimhood is something I have never been able to completely wrap my mind around. Because, yes, while the propaganda of the ANC does indeed play a role in convincing blacks that they are victims, something I've never understood is why so many of them seem so willing and so comfortable to continually assume the identity of victim and to act as though they have no agency over their own lives and that everything that happens to them is simply fate and entirely out of their control. In fact, this culture of victimhood is why I think the African National Congress has been able to remain in power for over 30 years at this point. Because many black people, like I said at the start, not all, but a large number, seem to believe that if ever they have a problem in their own lives, it's not up to them to fix it. They have to wait for some external force to come and save them. And the reason I can't understand this is I find myself wondering, do they have no sense of pride or sense of self worth? Because even though I am a quadriplegic and was born with a severe disability, I have done everything possible in my life, regardless of my own physical limitations, to establish myself as an independent person in the world, regardless of my circumstances. So I just don't understand how so many black people are okay with saying, yeah, my life is terrible and there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm not even going to try. And the worst part about all this is that when you challenge the idea that black people are simply victims, that'll make a lot of black people angry. For instance, my presence online, my following, is comparatively tiny, yet there have been a number of black accounts over the years that seemingly follow my content simply so that they can hurl racial insults at me for no reason. They don't want to talk, they don't want to discuss things, they just want to be hateful because I'm white, as if my very existence has taken something from them. That's also a strange thing about the African National Congress itself. When you listen to their speeches, whether delivered by current President Cyril Ramaphosa or any of his underlings, they speak as though they are an opposition party and they are constantly asking why things are the way they are in South Africa, as though they have not been the ones in charge of it for more than 3 decades. So, this victimhood narrative and the identity of victim is present even within the African National Congress itself. It's as though they don't know what to be if they are not playing the victim. And this, above all else, is what will destroy South Africa if black people as a whole don't stand up for themselves and take personal ownership over their own lives.